What's going on, everyone? Welcome into the Lippy Country Club podcast. I'm here with Hunter Gossett, Mr. Hunter Gossett, and Cody Young. How y'all doing this afternoon?
Doing amazing, doing wonderful.
Couldn't be better.
Awesome. Do you guys get to play any golf this weekend?
I actually just got done playing. I played at like 4:30 today. It's almost 11 o'clock now. We played Twin Oaks here in Northern Kentucky. Played 18, but first nine we played our own ball, and the second nine we just played a scramble. I was with some of my wife's family, so it was a good time. The front nine I played decent. I shot a 54, and by decent I mean like decent for me, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe average for me. I birdied a par three and parred a par five, and then everything else was double bogeys or worse, probably.
That's all right. Do you get to play at all, Hunter?
I did not. I had the range earlier this week though. I'm more of like a range guy right
There you
now,
go.
just with time constraints.
I need to get to the range. I played Saturday, just kind of spur of the moment, and in my quick little 9-hole, and then played really bad. I got rained on, and then today I had a tee time. Went solo. Started off with a par, and then tripled two, and it was downhill from there. And got rained on again. So it's kind of the theme of my weekend. Just
Get
I don't
rained
know.
on.
I haven't played in rain very much, but I've realized I cannot find the center of the club face when my hands get wet. So really got to figure that out. All right, guys, you guys get to watch any of the U.S. Open?
I um I did not actually. I mean, obviously I was gone. Well, I watched like maybe 45 minutes. Obviously I was out of town. Didn't get back until last evening. And with today being Father's Day and whatnot, was just kind of bouncing around.
Yeah,
And like I
happy
said
Father's
before,
Day.
yeah,
I forgot to
Happy
even wish you
Father's
guys a
Day to
happy
you as
Father's
well.
Day.
Yeah.
happy Father's Day,
Heck
lads.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so I didn't get to watch much, unfortunately. Um, keeping up to date on with via clips on Twitter and whatnot, or X, if you will. I'll always call it Twitter, I think. But uh, I was big on Hovland today, honestly. I threw a small little bet in when I
yeah,
was like I like before the day started. I just looked at the standings, and I was like, I think I like Hovland to come just like kind of sneak his way into the win. But and I mean he finished third, but uh, obviously didn't get it done.
yeah. I think I was rooting for Hovland. I was happy to see JJ get it. I think really any of those top guys, I was like pretty excited to see. I think Adam Scott would have been cool to see him get a second major, and um, Sam Burns, I think, finally close out a tournament. But obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, I'm happy for JJ. Had his two girls with him, kind of made me tear up a little bit. So that was cool to see.
Yeah, the whole streaming thing was a little weird on Thursday and Friday, so I didn't watch a ton, but today I watched quite a bit. That I don't remember what hole it was, but down the stretch when Burns had that ball in the water, that was tough.
Yeah, I think he asked for a ruling to try to get relief, and he got a
Twice.
second opinion, and
Yeah.
I think that was the turning point because I think he was up a stroke there. Um, I think he doubled, so it just I think that was the big turning point. I think playing in water, I get it. I was playing in water all weekend, so
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see these guys also struggle. Like I don't know about you guys, but I think the U.S. Open's the coolest tournament because you get to see the best in the world struggle and um, throw their clubs and do all. I don't know. It. Part of me likes to see that. Um, so
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like when they play a course like this, it reminds me of your favorite person Jackson Bryson when he
Oh
it
yeah.
might have been when he played with like I don't know if he played with the good guys or who he played with, but I just remember him saying like playing at like public courses is like harder than playing at like PGA courses because at PGA courses everything's pristine and cut the same way and all this type of stuff where it's like and so it feels like obviously Oakmont's still pristine, but it feels like a course like that where the rough is just insane and then there was weather today and stuff like that. It's like it really forces them to like be at absolutely at their best or not make any mistakes. And then I think you saw that a lot. Really, this whole tournament was like, whether it was the rain or the rough or anything, it was like guys were tossing clubs left and right because it wasn't like, it wasn't great like what's the word I'm looking for? Great
Conditions,
conditions, yeah.
elements.
Jeez.
There was honestly a
Yeah.
couple times down the stretch I had like watching like the main broadcast. I was like, JJ was kind of like in the hunt, and he again I don't remember the hole, but off the like drove it into the rough, and then his like shot out of the rough, he ended up in the other side of the fairway rough, and I was like, he's toast. And I think he ended up like just bogeying that hole when I thought he was going to probably like double or even triple if he had a two putt. But I mean, he hung in there, and I honestly thought it felt reminiscent of the players that shot over 17. The downfall after that is just like he was in it, and then he immediately he wasn't. It felt kind of that way. It's like it looked like he wasn't going to be in, and all of a sudden he just hung around and I mean hit some like big shots down the stretch to seal it. But
Yeah, it was super cool to see. I think like the rough, I feel like every year you hear like the rough is going to be a penalty, and then you've got like Rory and Bryson driving at 340 yards into the rough, and it doesn't matter. But this year it like was actually a penalty, and I think that was like fun to see. Not, I love Pinehurst. I think that was a really fun tournament, but the rough wasn't penalizing. Same with Wingfoot. Um, so I don't know. I think Oakmont, as far as like courses, is definitely one of my favorites that I've like watched in a long time.
Are you guys in or out on the long par three?
I think I mean to see the pros do it is really fun. I love a long par three. Like a 205 par threes is like so fun to me, but I taking a wood into a par three, I don't know. I think I'd be a little I think I'd be a little discouraged in it. I wouldn't
yeah,
love that.
honestly, to watch it, it's pretty fun. But yeah, if I had to play it, I'm going to play it kind of like a par five, basically.
That's a
Par
like
five.
I mean it's
I
yeah,
mean,
301 I think is
Yeah.
what it was today. Like
Jeez.
that's crazy.
if I'm
Yeah.
home in five on that, I'd be stoked.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to talk about Robert McIntyre. I don't Cody, you didn't get to watch, but Hunter, did you see him in I don't know if it's like the locker room, wherever the waiting room
Yeah,
is
he was like at the
called.
scorecard table.
Dude, he was just I've never he like gave him a standing ovation, and he was like kind of tearing up, and like I don't know. Talk about like as much as we saw some guys like get mad and do some I don't know, just we saw some bad characteristics from people. It was good to see Robert McIntyre just give JJ the clap and just give him the nod. And his interviews were cool. It kind of made me a fan. I liked him before, but I think that really made me like Rob.
I didn't like. I saw him like react to it, and I don't think you see that often.
Yeah,
Like I mean, you just dial it back a year ago, and Bryson
right.
hits that like 5 or 6 footer, and like Rory like storms out of the room.
Yeah,
Um, But even when they were talking to him, whenever like he had like I think it was like the leading scorer, like he was like one back. Um, I mean, he was super cool. I
Yeah.
thought he dresses kind of weird,
Yeah.
and just a little quirky, but I really like him.
Yeah. Yeah. I like him too. Cool, guys. Well, I want to talk about Father's Day. Obviously, big day for all of us. U.S. Open's on. It's one of the best days of the year. Um, but I just want to talk about Father's Day and kind of fathers in golf in general. I don't know if you guys have gotten to play, and your sons and daughters are a little younger than mine. I don't know if you all have gotten out to the course with them or not yet.
Let me think. Shepherd has came once, and I think it was in March for my birthday. But it was quite cold, so I think like Meg stayed with him for like uh I don't know, maybe like 9 holes, and then I think she left. And it got warmer after that, but and he was, I mean, I guess he was probably 6 months, 5 or 6 months old then. So it wasn't too much he could do other than just kind of Meg hold him and and play or as I played. So yeah, I haven't done too much. I mean, I am excited for to be able to like kind of go out there when he can walk a bit more and just kind of have a good time. But it's definitely, I mean, in general, I feel like more and more I'm just realizing it's, really tough to go play golf, especially like I think 9 holes is a bit more manageable. But like I played 18 today and I just like felt like when I got home, it was like, okay, cool, glad you have fun. Now here's all the stuff that needs to be done. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, yep.
The closest I've ever gotten, well, this isn't like close. Lucy's like almost 3 months old, so but the day of like we had to end up like scheduling like to be induced, and we were just it was at like 10 p.m. and Brenna, my wife, was like, we're just like hanging around all day. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do. She's like, you want to go golfing? I was like, yeah, I think I do. uh, but that was like the closest, like literally that night we were in the hospital. But I'm super excited like for whenever that time comes, like I get to take her out, even if it's just for like a little bit. But yeah, I totally agree. I feel like I mean, I wasn't golfing a ton before, as much as I wish, like looking back, I should have. But now I'm like, man, I wish I could more. But you don't know what you don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like rare that I get to play. It feels like now, maybe like once a month.
So Fisher was born the Monday of the PGA last year at Valhalla. And I think Scotty was like,
Got
um,
arrested.
yeah, he got arrested, obviously, but his
Oh,
wife was pregnant, and he's like, I
Oh,
might have
that's
to
right.
leave.
Yeah,
And so Bennett, Scotty's son, is like, I think like maybe a week older than Fisher, maybe a little bit. So me and Maddie always joke, like every time Scotty picks up Bennett, like, all right, Fisher, like that's your competition. Like
yeah.
you guys are gonna be going at it, like you and Bennett. So yeah, it's just I don't know. It's fun to joke about, obviously, but I'm not gonna like push Fisher to play. But I am
mhm.
excited to like get him out on the course. He can almost walk, so like I think the stroller rounds are coming, and I'm really excited for those. All right, now we're gonna get into our vibe checks of the week. So I don't know how your all's. I don't know if you guys have noticed anything on the course on TV. Um, but this vibe check segment is basically we're gonna bring something that maybe we're not sure about. We have an opinion on something, and we just want to discuss if it's cool or not. It could be on the course, could be what you're wearing, could be a specific thing you do. Um, but yeah, so I'm really excited for this segment. This week I have a few, but I'll just pick one. But for talking about just players getting angry, players throwing tantrums. I don't know if y'all saw. Let me share my screen real quick. Do you guys see Wyndham Clark
No,
breaking
Yes.
lockers?
Oh wait, that's
Breaking
wow.
lockers.
Oh my god.
So
that's next level.
I heard he came in to the locker room and just was ripping lockers apart. Um, do you guys see Terrell Hatton like take a huge chunk out of the fairway?
I think I did see
And
that one. Yeah.
Burns
so
did too.
who did?
That ball that he had out of the water, Sam Burns. Like after he
Oh
hit
yeah,
it,
yeah.
he took a chunk out of the fairway.
Didn't
Yeah.
didn't Rory like break one of the like tee box
Yeah, I
like
saw that T-box
thing? He like
marker.
swung it, yeah, the marker, he like slammed his driver and it broke.
Yeah. So my vibe check is letting steam off on the course. So here's my initial thoughts. I love seeing professional golfers show emotion. Like I think that's one of the coolest things that I can see. Like when Scotty like yells something after missing a putt, but there's like a limit to it. Like I think there's yeah, you can go too far. And also like if you're just like at a muni, like playing with your friends, like there's the limit is also much lower. I didn't know what y'all thought about like maybe a club throw or
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's like it it's probably just in general a fade. I think I'm okay with, maybe it's a cuz and I've probably done it, but like a light just like club throw but like or maybe it's you kind of just like slam the head of the driver on the ground, but it's like if we're doing, we're taking holes out of the ground or we're like chucking clubs and like they might be breaking or something, it's like, hey, it's not that serious, we all kind of suck, like and then
yeah.
like I don't know, like seeing the pros like get as heated as they did, I feel like this week was like interesting because I don't know, I feel like we haven't seen that in a while, like collectively from a bunch of different pros. And so it was like funny, but then again at some point I was just trying to like think of it in terms of like other sports, like football. Like I don't know, it'd be weird if like Burrow got sacked and then like jumped up and down and like took his helmet. Like you'd be like, hey, why is he throwing a tantrum right now? And so then I'm
He's like
like,
slamming his helmet on the turf.
yeah. So then like when I thought of it that way, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm out on this. I think that's a fade for me.
But
I
like
think,
they'll like yell at their teammates and stuff or like yell at the
Yeah.
yeah,
coach.
but that's different. That's
Yeah.
like they yell at their caddies, I'm sure, a fair decent amount. I would say in general, like the furthest I would say I would expect this to go or allow this to go for a friend is just like after you hit a shot, just like dropping the club. Just,
Yeah.
I think throwing is a bit excessive or chunks. It's like what Cody said, but I think dropping a club is like perfect and adequate for like the despair and disgust that you have for that shot.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I think there's a fine line. I think damaging a course or anything on the course is a fade for me. I think like if you throw a club or something and it like brings the general like vibe of the group down, um that's a fade. But
It's a major.
if you're doing it in like good fun, like just getting off some steam and you bounce back, I think it can be kind of cool. I think it can be a draw.
My draw or fade is more of like a scenario.
There we
Okay.
go.
So you're kind of low on balls to start the round and you lose a few. You've got one left, but it's like a range ball that you picked up somewhere along the way. It ended up in your bag. You got nothing left. are you asking your buddy that's like better than you at golf for a ball, and you know they've got like nice, like maybe it's like Pro Vs, or like they bought their own like TPXs or something like that, like,
Or we just, yeah.
are you just playing the range ball?
Hmm. I think I'm I think I'm asking for one, and if I lose it, then I'm riding the range ball. Like if I lose that one, I'm like, hey, can I get one ball? And I lose that one, I'm like using the range ball, and then if I lose that, then I don't know. Maybe I'm like, hey, can you take me back to my car? You can finish the round, and I'm gonna go home. I don't deserve to be out here.
I think it depends on how your round's going. So if you're like playing well or like pretty decent, or if you're like playing for like money or a game or something, I I think I would ask for a ball. I feel like it's rare that someone only carries like the balls they play. I feel like even I've never met anyone that doesn't carry at least a few like shag balls, But in this scenario, I think I would ask for the ball.
I'd fade that 100%. I'm never asking for a ball. Let me
Really?
ask you this though, because what you said brings up another question. If you're the buddy that gets asked, right?
Yeah.
Are you giving him a shag ball?
Yeah.
That feels low. Like you can't spare a
I'm
nice
not
ball for a friend.
they're like $5.
Put a number on your friendship, I guess, you know?
It
I
depends
think yeah.
on I don't know. That'd be tough. This kind of I ran into this. I've run into this a lot more than I should recently. I'm getting a little confident. Like I think I can play the same ball the whole round. So like today, for example, I brought two balls to the course,
Wow.
and I had shag ball. I had like two. I
Wait,
had two extra
two?
shag balls. Two like
Wow.
I play Pro VXs right now, and then I've got two. I had two like shag balls, um, and I second hole topped one into the water, and then the on like hole 8, I hit a tree and like did not see where it went. There wasn't like any trouble anywhere, but I and it was cart path only, so I was walking with like 5 clubs, like across the entire course, like looking for my ball because it's like the last one. Because this is like a course I play a lot, so I like it's hard to lose a ball here essentially. So, um, yeah, I had to
Hard to
swallow my
lose a
pride a little
ball.
bit. I think I need to.
This will
So
well then
I found it, and then I actually found another like brand new. It was a different like year than I played, but it's still like the same thing.
I I had a different vibe check, but this now makes me want to ask this one, a different one than what I originally had planned, even though I know Jackson's answer. But vibe check on the importance of using the same ball for average golfers. Like, let's say, I mean, Jackson, I know you're probably above average, but like, let's say the guy that's
Not probably
like,
not. I'm probably
let's say the guy that's like golfing, that's like can maybe hit the 90s. Most of the time, it's like around the hundreds, a couple bad rounds, maybe, higher hundreds, 110, like 110 plus, something like that. Is it really important what ball you play? For me, I'm a fade. I'm just like, I don't care. Like, sure. Like, I've got a bag. Like, my dad will just give me a bunch of free balls. I'm going to like pull out the nice ones and play that. But if I'm having a bad round, I've already lost like 3 or 4. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll pull the pinnacle. I'll pull the chaos out. Like, I'll pull a Srixon. Like,
chaos.
it's like, it's like at that point, I'm like, is this really mattering right now?
I'm with
So
you. I'm fading that. Now, I'll say this. Uh, Jackson actually gifted me some golf balls that I've tried to do that with, but once I lose one, I'm just like, okay, it's on to I start going to the shag ball. The day that I
Yeah.
start around with the same ball and end with the same ball, I mean, that's gonna be I'm
Sign
probably
it, put
gonna
it on
keep
the
that.
wall.
Probably gonna keep that ball.
Yeah, it depends. I'm gonna draw this, obviously, but because I think if you're like, I think if you can make contact with the ball like 90% of the time, then you should be playing one ball. Just because like
What do you mean when you say
it,
what do you mean when you say contact? Like
Yeah,
like if
the
you're
ball
like
the ball
not
goes the ball like consistent squared
like
up,
if
or
you're
you
not
just
if you're not like whiffing the ball essentially, or like, then I think you should be playing the same ball. And you can pick. There's like plenty of like cheap options out there. Um, but like equipment is huge in golf, right? Like everyone's getting new drivers, new putters, whatever it is. Like if you're using different ball, like the ball probably changes more than the I would argue than like the driver or the irons you use. Like if you're hitting the middle of the club face or like close to the middle, because like all these new drivers are like close to the same, in my opinion. I mean, maybe not, but like the ball's going to give you like a good amount of difference in spin, compression, feel. It's going to like go a different yardage, probably up to like 5 yards. So I don't know. If you,
I'm just, but look, here's the thing. The counter argument to that's like, I'm not good enough to know the difference. Like one time I found out the difference because I I used a range ball, used a range
yeah,
ball, and I crushed it. And I ended up like 50 yards short of somebody I played with, and I knew for a fact I could like hit longer than them, but I was using a range ball. And I was like, this makes sense. But I've never like felt a difference. Like, because sure, I'll run across the occasional Pro V1. I lose it the same way I lose the Pinnacle.
I think
There's no
like
difference.
yeah, if we're looking to save money out there, on the course, I'm just until like you said, Hunter, until I'm consistently playing one, or maybe I'll even say I'm playing 2 to 3 balls like around, and then like sure, maybe I'll start doing it. But like I don't got I don't got the money, and I don't got the skills to be to be buying tailor-made PPXs or what. I don't know. Is that's right, tailor-made, right? I don't know. But
Yeah.
Pro V1s just don't, they're just gonna end up in the woods the same way that beautiful Slazenger is gonna end up in there.
Hey, look, I'm not ashamed to hit a neon ball. I'll say it.
Oh, I love a neon. I love a neon.
dude, when Freddie when Freddie pulled out the neon ball, I said if he top 10, I was gonna play the neon ball for our trip. And I was gonna do it. But no, white balls are cooler. That's another vibe check, but anyway.
That's a great vibe
All right,
check.
so the next segment we got, I'm excited for this one. It's called Game Under Repair. So we're just going to talk about things we're working on, not necessarily in our golf game. It could be different things we're trying, different attires we're working in or out of our outfit, just figuring out what makes us look cool, because obviously we know like no one cares like how good you are at golf. Everyone really just cares like how good you look. So when you will always want to be working on that. So I didn't know what you were currently working on, Hunter. I love to hear it.
I'm glad you asked. Well, as far as my game itself, I found out recently, tragically, that I had a weak grip.
Mm.
And
Like weak as in turn to the left or like
yeah,
okay.
so well, I'll just say this. I'm a very lucky person, very lucky husband, and my wife got me some lessons. And so that's I had my first lesson on Thursday.
Nice.
Uh, vibes were high after that. I'll just say that. The only thing he wanted to change about me was my grip. I was like, this is my guy.
Yeah, he knows I'm good.
That's
He
awesome.
knows it. He
Fix
knows I'm
my
this close.
Fix my slice in under 20 minutes. I was like, man.
I need you in one.
So yeah, he was like, you have a weak grip. Um, so then over the next 5 weeks, I'm gonna be grinding with my strong grip, uh, working on my draw. And then as far as the I guess you would say the aesthetics, I don't, the look. Uh, I think I've got it right now, man. I'm all in on good. Uh,
Okay.
I watch a lot of their videos. I think their apparel is very nice. And the round I played about a month ago, I got in the clubhouse. Afterwards, I was like, I need a Powerade. Like I just needed some liquids. I get in the clubhouse and I'm standing in line, and I pay for my Powerade and I'm walking out, and this dude goes, "I love the good stuff, man." And I felt like I shot like a 90. You know, I shot a 101,
Heck yeah.
but man, I felt good after.
Yeah.
I was like, I got it.
That's
So
that's what matters. That's what keeps you coming back.
he wasn't wearing any good stuff, so I couldn't like return the favor. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
it felt good. Felt really
I,
good.
I will say a weak grip is definitely cooler than a strong grip. Would you not? Would you guys not agree? Like if you've got like your palm up, swinging a club, you look like an idiot. Like I know it helps you get the ball. I know it helps you like close your club face, but
It's my left hand that was weak.
yeah, but if your
You gotta
left
like
palm is
you
or
pay to
wait, you're right. So if
put it
your left palm,
It's more
towards your
strong.
shoulder, basically.
You're
yeah,
saying
a weak grip is cooler.
what he said to me was like that everybody on tour had a strong grip. So
I don't I don't agree. I don't think that's right. Let me look this up.
I'll explain it to you guys so you viewers at home can take this away. Essentially, if you rest your hands, I'm not going to stand up because I'm just in my underwear. But if you like rest your hands like flat as you're just standing up, your tendency is to like kind of have where the back of your hand is facing forward, but it's kind of curved, right? Or it's not like directly facing forward.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I was gripping a club, I was like gripping it like straight. So my thumb was like straight on the
Yeah.
thing, right? Well, basically the way it was explained to me is like as I'm coming back, your hands return to neutral when you're hitting the ball. So as my hands were coming back through, they were coming back neutral, which
Mm-hmm.
immediately is opening up my club face, and that's why everything I had was going right.
Yeah.
So that quick little fix got me straight. But now I'm just practicing with it.
All right, here's a list of current PGA Tour golfers with weak grips right now. The arguably the coolest golfer, Mr. Jordan Spieth. John Rahm, he's kind of cool, not that cool. Colin Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler, Ricky Fowler. That's just what Google gave me off the top, but
Yeah, but Google,
I've always
that could have changed. People change
yeah,
their grip all the time.
I just aesthetically, a weak grip looks cooler to me. Always has. I have a really neutral grip, but I like if I could like choose, I would have a weak grip.
That's funny.
Cody has a really strong grip.
Doesn't do
I
anything
think.
for me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think it is, but
It's like how many knuckles you can see when you're like holding a golf club on your left hand.
Makes it more strong.
Yeah, I could barely see one.
Yeah, I think I typically, um, yeah, I don't know. The guy in my league also told me that like speaking of grips, so like I was hitting my driver, which I probably do this with all my clubs, and I've been trying to fix it. I was hitting my driver like I was putting, like I had my thumb straight, like you were, but I would have both thumbs straight, so I'd be like interlock, and then I would just like have like both straight, and he was like, why don't you just like pull that over so then like you have more control, and then the club can't. But I don't know. I don't know.
I think he was.
Have you heard of like
Wait,
the
are you like
trigger?
playing with him or like against him?
He's against him, but he's very good, and I don't think he would like. I wasn't like there was no chance that we were going to beat him. So like he wasn't doing it to sabotage me.
I was gonna say he's probably playing mind games, honestly.
Nah, he didn't
Yeah.
need to. He's like a scratch golfer, and
He just
I
thought
was
if I can
probably
just say one thing about his grip, he won't be able to hit a shot straight the rest of the day.
That's
he
the way
saw
to like get in someone's head.
he saw he saw probably 4 or 5 slices and was like, maybe this guy needs a little help. For me, yeah, I mean, to like with what Hunter was saying, I'm a slicer. Jackson knows this from playing with me, and really, it's like the driver is just like the main uh issue for the most part. I feel like 3 wood sometimes it comes out, long irons like 5, 6, something like that. It might come out, but for the most part, not really. So I've just been trying to fix the slice. Just like uh like saving videos on TikTok just like daily, just like, oh, this will fix it. And like I'm like, nope, that didn't do it. And like, oh, this will fix it. Nope, that didn't do it. But I think I mean even when we played Old Stone Jackson and that kind of stuff and like playing on your like simulator thing you've got, uh I mean, I think like all it comes down to is I just don't get shallow. I don't get my arm shallow. I don't get like I think I'm up here and then I'm just down through it. So I'm I guess out to in, right? Is that so
Mhm.
I've been trying to like today I was trying to fix it and it like a couple of times it was pretty good, but it just feels so unnatural and then I end up like there was probably 3 drives today that I just like kind of like topped or like I hit it like off the heel and just like straight left like into the woods or whatever junk was like close to the tee box. So that's the hard part is like who was I was just talking to somebody about this too. Shoot. Oh, it was a guy at where the camp I was at last week, and he's like the problem is like which what we're talking about is like once you like when you know there's something wrong with your swing, the only way to fix it is it's going to feel unnatural, and so like you just have to like work through that like this feels weird, this feels weird, this feels weird until like you start making good contact and you start seeing it go that way, and then it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Whereas like I've at least for the past like 2 years, I don't know like when exactly my bad slice started. I'm guessing like I think it was like in the past 2 years. Um, I've just been like, some days it's worse, some days it's better, and it's just like how far left am I gonna aim, and how much distance is gonna get taken off today because it's like when you're out on the course playing, that's not the time to fix it. And recently I haven't been going to the range a lot, so it's just like I'm just along for the ride. So that's what I'm fixing swing wise, and then I've been thinking about this a lot, which you might see it today. Well, a little bit because I've got this, but so I'm a big
Mhm.
hat guy, obviously, and I mean clearly
Yeah.
people wear hats on the course, but I've been really starting to consider not wearing hats on the course because even if I were to wear this front ways, I'm like I'm so out on the hat tan. I'm like, it just ruins. It just like, I wore hats this whole week when I was gone. I wore one today, and I don't think it was too bad. But it's like, I feel like as just a normal guy that works a 9 to 5, I can't be showing up to work and half my head's white and the other half of my head's slightly
But
tan.
everyone will know you golf though.
That's true. That's true. So I've been easing and just kind of playing with the idea of like maybe going no hat, but I feel naked when I
Oh
do it.
man,
You
I feel
can't do that.
naked. I know. I feel naked.
I yeah, I can't do it. I don't. Yeah, I
You
mean Patrick Cantley and the Ryder Cup went no
oh
hat,
yeah.
but it was like that was a protest though. But I guess they wear hats for like sponsors and stuff, so I don't know if they would like if a tour player would ever not wear one. But like whenever I see like someone on YouTube or something
Yeah,
not wearing
with
a
that
hat,
one. Yeah.
it's just like yeah, it looks naked to me.
And so that's my look, that's why it's under repair right now, because it's like I
Yeah,
don't necessarily not like I want to wear a hat, but then when I get back and I look at my face without a hat on, I'm like, wow, I look dumb right now.
Let
I
me
feel
ask you. Let me ask you something. So when you do wear a hat forwards, what kind of like are we talking flat bill, full crown, no crown? Like, because that's important.
um I wish I had it. It's upstairs. I bought a hat from Brims. I think it's called Brims. Really like it. But it's like a half, like it's not like it's not flat, but
Mid crown.
it's just like kind of like the classic like golf hat
Okay.
with like the rope on top. And it actually has like a little tee holder, like you can like put it in
I
your
think it's a
hat
full
basically.
crown one. Is it
Yeah,
the
you
one you
you saw
wore
me.
with?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was a full crown.
yeah. That's the one I've been wearing most often. I really like it. And then I mean, sometimes I'll just like go rogue, go backwards hat if I'm, if I'm feeling like a bro that day.
Yeah, I just got a new hat. It's like a rope hat. Um, like I don't know what you call the ones with like the pointy top.
That's full crown. Yeah, it's got like a
Full
point in the
crown.
top. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
full.
yeah.
That's what mine is
I
then
wore it
too.
today for the first time. Uh, I don't know. I think I like the just the mid crown. Is that the? I
Yeah,
think that's
there's
kind of like
mid crown is like there's space in between, like I don't know what you call like the brim of the hat or like the band of the hat, and then there's space in between before it like touches your head.
yeah. I saw like JT posting and I feel like there's another guy I saw wear him that I thought was really cool, so I bought one. But I'm just like I think I'm like just paranoid of it like ruining the structure. Like today when I got like rained on, I was like, oh shoot, this is because like nothing's worse than a high crown hat that's like crumbled in on itself and like looks like a dad hat now. It's like the ugliest. Like you can't be seen in that thing. So like I'm just
That's why I like a
paranoid.
structured mid crown. It's my
Yeah,
go-to.
I think that's probably what I might go to. I'm still working that
I
out
feel
too.
like I
But
just envision you in a Titleist hat all the time.
hey, no free
Hmm.
ads. I'm
Oh,
just
sorry.
kidding.
Just the
Yeah. Hey,
just like
look,
the
Well, I
classic
mentioned
kind of
it
like
good.
tight fit, real bent, you
No,
know.
he's got the A frame.
yeah.
He like
Yeah.
breaks the bill, so it does that.
Yeah, I'm a big hat guy, so I'm like I feel like I'm just like I'm down for most hats, honestly. Um,
Yeah.
but there are some that like I put on that I'm like everyone else looks cool in this, and I feel that a little like I'm like and I look dumb, and I feel that a little bit with full crown because it's something about the pointy like top, but that I'm like when I like sometimes I look at myself I'm like oh this is working, and then other times I'm like I kind of look dumb, but every time I see anyone else in one, I'm like, they look really cool. So I
Yeah.
don't know why.
That's probably what they think about
I
you.
Hopefully.
yeah. I really like him. I have like another one that I like just wear doing other stuff that I love. But like golfing, I don't know. Like I don't know if I liked it golfing. So my game under repair right now. I'm really I've been really contemplating this. So I'm really working on like figuring out what time getting to the course. Like there's like a sweet spot in like looking like you don't want to like be there like 2 hours beforehand and like your friends roll up and they're like, oh, how long you been here? Like, oh, got here at 10 and it's a 12 o'clock tea time. And they're like, oh, this guy's a try hard. But um, but if I roll up like right before the tea time, then like I'm gonna play bad. So it's like I want to play well, but I don't want to look dumb. And obviously you don't want to roll up like right before the tea time because then everyone's mad at you or they're like thinking you're not going to make it and you're that guy. So I think I think I figured out my like sweet spot is like if they've got a range, it's like 40 minutes, like showing up to the course 40 minutes before. And if they don't have a range, showing up like 20 to 30 minutes, probably 30 minutes before the tee time, I think is kind of like is kind of my sweet spot. Today I was trying to cut it a little close. I was like kind of I was a little nervous putting and I just like hit like 5 putts real quick before my round and then I putted bad. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm a big I'm a big get like I can never get there too early, honestly. I'm like, sure I'm not gonna get there 2 hours early, but like I'll if I've got a 4:30 tea time, I have no shame showing up at 3:30 and just like I hate rushing, especially like I hate having to hop out of my car, put bags in the cart or whatever else real quick and
Yeah.
get my shoes on, get balls, like all this type of stuff and people are waiting like I want to go in, I want to pay, I want to change my shoes, I want to, just like there's like a whole routine to it really. It's like, get the cart set up, put everything where it needs to be, go to the range if they have a range, go to the go to the chipping and putting green. Just take your time, chill, make it an experience.
How cool would it be to just like roll up to the course with some friends, like you're the last one there, don't even maybe hit a putt or two and roll up to the first tee and just like stripe it and like
Be
your
sick.
stick.
Be
Not me.
sweet. I wish.
I can't do that either, but all right, guys, we're gonna roll into our weekly draft of the week. So we're gonna be drafting really all kinds of stuff, golf related. Um, so this week we are drafting golf dad moves. So yeah, we don't have an order. Let me pull up
Yeah, just roll in order real quick.
good old. All right, let's go. Let's go. Cody, Hunter, me.
All right.
We'll do it. We'll snake draft, obviously.
I can put my glasses on because
Yeah,
like
here we
re-
go.
it's like
We're gonna
reading.
draft. Let's draft five. We'll do five weekly unless stated otherwise.
All right. Golf dad moves. Let's see. I'm gonna go with what are we defining as a golf dad move? Or am I getting too into the weeds
It, it
here?
it can be anything really. Like it can be like something they wear, something they say, maybe like the kind of player they are, something they do.
I'm gonna go with I think 1-1. If we're going golf dad moves, you gotta go the stroller push cart.
Oh wow.
I think 1-1, that's like,
Doesn't matter.
if you want to be a golf dad, I think and we're taking this serious, I think 1-1 we got to go stroller push cart.
I want one of those so bad.
So I'm 102.
Yeah.
My 102, my first pick off the board is when you have a new club in your bag, and then your dad takes it out without asking and just doing a couple practice swings with it, and they go, "Oh, that's a nice club." They don't even ask if they can touch it. They just take it.
That's a really good one. I didn't even think of that. It's like, yeah, it's every time. All right, this would have been my 101. I thought you guys would have taken it. I'm gonna go the dad stretch. Just it's not just like a normal like stretch, get loose. It's like a intense, like wide base, probably making some noise. Like
got the club in your
stretching
hands.
yeah.
Dude.
Like if they weren't on a golf course, you'd think they're a psychopath. But God, I love a good dad stretch. My dad does it every time. Can't never get them loose enough too either. So
You might have
we're
just
doing
gave me a
it.
106. Reminding me of your dad, you might have just gave me a 106.
Yeah, my dad is like not the typical. He's a very different dad golfer. Like he has a lot of like funny things, but they're not like the normal dad stuff. All right, for my for my next pick, I'm gonna go pencil and paper scorecard. I think like it's rare that I really don't play with anyone. I don't think that does that now, unless we're like playing a side game. Like everyone just keeps it on whatever app they're using.
My father-in-law does that every time I play with him.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, you can get a little souvenir after the round.
Like, hey, what'd you get? Yeah. Like, oh, I just got it on my app. Yeah, but I need to get.
But I
need
need
to keep it down. Yeah, I need to score.
Mine was or no, I'll go. This might want to, or I guess 202 is creating a conversation with anybody that they come in contact with, regardless of situation.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just
like
let's say like the marshal comes by or whatever, like the starter, anybody, just creating. It could be about weather, it could be about anything, but there's always a conversation to be had.
It's good.
that is a good one.
Yeah, it's funny. Before I said 106, forgetting that this is a snake draft. But anyways, 203 in in celebration in memory of. Don't know memory. He's still here, but Jackson's dad made me think of this. So let's do just having sayings that you just like you say just like all round long. So like Jackson's dad just kept like which I had never heard of this before. Jackson had, but it's because probably he has his dad, but he kept like hitting the ground first on his drive and then hitting the ball, and he'd go drop kicked it. Every time he'd go drop kicked it again, and I had never heard that.
I'd heard. Have you heard of that, Hunter?
No.
Yeah. So
really?
that's like.
Wait, so are you taking dad sayings as a whole? Like that's your whole pick, or is it like a specific one? Because like
No,
I
I
have
think
one.
no. I think mine is like you've got a saying for like certain things, and then like say you're struggling with that, and it's like then you're just saying that all around long.
Like worm burner for like topping a ball.
That kind of takes one of mine off the board. I feel like I'll say it because this 100% takes it out of this question. But I was like if you like dad hits a bad shot, they always say like, oh, that's what I was going for.
No, I think that's different. I think that's
Love
different. I won't. If you want to take it, I won't take it.
I'm not going to. I think that takes it off.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what that is. It's like a scenario, and then they do it every time it happens.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
My next one is, I I think I'm gonna go with, and this is probably because of my father, but just like always having just like a large amount of golf balls for some reason, and then just giving them to your son. It's like, hey, like my dad would just like the other day, he was like, hey, I got like a box of balls, and it was like literally just like a I don't know, a 12-inch by 12-inch box that was just like filled with like or like
It's
a
always
12 by
in
12.
weird
Yeah,
containers. Like
yeah, yeah.
my dad always has egg cartons full of golf balls.
Yeah, and so that's I feel like that's a and kind of surprised it lasted this long, honestly, 301. But yeah, just giving your son like just balls that you find throughout your rounds that you're playing and just like keeping them and then being like, this would be good for my son.
I guess my 302 would be never picking up their own club. So it'd be like, hey, will you pick that up for me? I got a bad back.
That's
don't know.
awesome.
Something I don't know. I'm grasping for straws. You guys
No,
picked all my good ones.
that's gold.
All right, my so it was 30
3-3, yeah,
303.
3-3.
Mhm.
303. I'm gonna go with the fairway finder. Like I feel like dads always have like a hybrid or like some weird wood that they like. It's like a 300-yard wide open par four, and they're like pulling out a four hybrid to like just hit a low punch 180-yard shot. Like, and it works, but
I like it.
and the and then I'm gonna go. I have a lot on this list. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go counting your putts. It's another thing similar to this the pencil and paper scorecard, like counting everyone's putts, like how many, just putting down a number and adding them up at the end of the round, like it matters. It does matter.
So this would be my 402.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the scenario where you're having a bad round, and then you hit a good shot. That's your best shot all day. But they're it's like they're trying to be like like uplifting with it kind of situation. They're trying to encourage you to not lose sight of the round. They're like, oh, that's your best shot all day.
In similar vein, rounding out round four here, I'm gonna go with just take a free drop. The dad just after you're looking for the ball or you hit maybe it's even like hit another one, that kind of like that kind of mentality of they just like don't want to see their son have a bad round, and
Yeah.
it's like you slice one, hit another one, it's bad, okay, get one more, it's fine, like it's fine, like play that one, we'll count that one.
I had that one on my list. I was hoping
Yeah.
it slid. You're back up.
And then
think it- yeah.
Let's see. This is big. Last pick here. I mean, I think I don't know. I was about to say like bringing your own beers, but I feel like that's just an everybody thing now. But I don't know what you guys think. We can deem it as a no-go because I think everyone does it, but I feel like that originated with just like my dad's generation of like just bringing your own beers to the course.
Yeah, we're just food and drinks in general, just being stocked up.
Yeah. Um, shoot, I think Stanek kind of did this one already, but I'm gonna go ahead and still take it at my 502, which is keeping every scorecard from every round. Like, yes,
Okay.
they're doing
It's
the things on paper, but they're also like keeping it. They're not just
Mhm.
like putting it logging it somewhere. They're like keeping that physical scorecard.
Yeah.
They've got like a pen and paper in their office that keeps their handicap.
Yeah, something like that.
They've got all the scorecards there.
Yeah.
All right, my last pick. I'm gonna go with. Oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Looking for the range markers. So like they're in the fairway and they're like in between like 200 and 150, and they like drive around to look for a sprinkler head that says 177 on it.
It's a good last pick. They're like, oh, it's hey, one. It says 150 right here, 175 right
Like,
here.
yeah, it's yeah, I love it. It's just like old school golf. Like I feel like dad golf is a lot of like no technology. Just how
It's
would you play if you
resourcefulness.
were in the the resourcefulness. That's exactly what it is.
Dude, just make sure these people subscribe. You know,
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Just click that.
100% of you guys that are watching this video aren't subscribed right now.
It's
And
true.
it's free and easy to do. You just click that sub button below. Okay, guys?
There it is.
All right, guys. Well, that was it. That concludes our the first ever Lippy Country Club podcast. We're pretty excited. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to go follow us on all the socials. We're going to be doing this every week. And yeah, we hope you guys have a great week. Get out there and play some golf.
We wish you no lips.